Excuse me. I am standing right at the warm yellow and gray storefront of the legendary Shake Shack at Madison Square Park in midtown Manhattan, in front of the long line of tourists and locals winding softly toward the warm dining counter for the very first time. And I want to step up to the counter and order the best ShackBurger combo of the night like a local, but I do not know what to say in English.
Hi, I am Emma. Today's English is slow and easy. Just relax and listen along. Have you ever stepped softly up to the warm yellow and gray storefront of a legendary burger spot? Looked up at the long line of tourists and locals winding softly toward the warm dining counter. And just frozen. The warm yellow and gray storefront glowing softly under the warm evening light, the soft sound of footsteps drifting gently across the warm patio, the warm golden sunset light spilling softly across the green of Madison Square Park, the legendary warm dining counter waiting somewhere just inside, the soft hum of friendly Shake Shack workers calling out orders softly behind the counter, the gentle hum of midtown Manhattan drifting softly outside on the warm wooden tables. And you thought, I want the best ShackBurger combo at this whole place. But how do I even order it? What do the locals actually get? What if I sound like a clueless tourist? Today, Hannah is going to step up to one of the most iconic burger spots in all of New York City. Shake Shack at Madison Square Park in midtown Manhattan, the legendary burger spot born in 2004 right here in the heart of Midtown. Warm yellow and gray storefront, warm wooden tables, warm dining counter, warm juicy ShackBurger, crispy crinkle-cut fries, creamy concretes, hand-spun milkshakes, the warm cinematic midtown Manhattan atmosphere, the whole heart of Midtown packed into one legendary burger stand at Madison Square Park. And here is the magic part. Hannah is going to use one tiny, polite phrase with a friendly Shake Shack worker that will turn a packed burger line into her personal Shake Shack dinner tour and score her the best ShackBurger combo of the night. You can use this exact phrase the next time you want the best burger at any restaurant, anywhere in the world. So grab your appetite. Let us head to Shake Shack. Welcome back to Easy English with Emma. Today, Hannah is starting her warm bright dinner hour at the warm yellow and gray storefront of the original Shake Shack at Madison Square Park in midtown Manhattan, stepping in from the warm evening sidewalk beneath the leafy green park trees toward the legendary warm dining counter just inside. In front of her, the warm yellow and gray storefront glowing softly under the warm evening light, the warm wooden tables glowing softly under the warm patio lights, the warm golden sunset light spilling softly across the green of Madison Square Park, the long line of tourists and locals winding softly toward the warm dining counter, the soft hum of friendly Shake Shack workers calling out warm orders gently behind the counter, the soft sound of footsteps drifting gently across the warm patio, the gentle hum of midtown Manhattan drifting softly outside on the warm wooden tables, the warm cinematic midtown Manhattan atmosphere wrapping around the whole storefront, the warm soft glow of the Shake Shack lights shining gently above, the soft hum of crispy crinkle-cut fries sizzling softly behind the warm dining counter, and the warm magical midtown Manhattan atmosphere wrapping around the whole burger spot. She has 3 missions. 1. Step up to the warm yellow and gray storefront of Shake Shack and ask a friendly worker about the menu. 2. Order at the warm dining counter and ask a friendly Shake Shack worker about the best ShackBurger combo of the night. 3. Find a warm wooden table on the patio and ask a friendly older Shake Shack worker for the best midtown Manhattan dinner tips. In the US, UK, Canada, and Australia, walking up to a packed legendary burger spot like Shake Shack can feel overwhelming. Long line winding through the warm patio, warm yellow and gray storefront, legendary warm dining counter just inside, tourists and locals from all over the world. But do not worry. With the right polite phrases, even the busiest worker at Shake Shack will smile and share the best ShackBurger combo of the evening. By the end of this video, you will be able to walk up to a real New York City burger spot like Shake Shack with confidence. Use the magic phrase to ask a friendly worker for the best ShackBurger combo, not just any burger. Talk about real midtown Manhattan dining. ShackBurger, crinkle-cut fries, concretes, hand-spun milkshakes, cheese fries. In simple, natural English, and enjoy Shake Shack like a real midtown Manhattan local. Ready? Let us step up to Shake Shack. Here are today's 5 Shake Shack key phrases. Repeat each one after me. Nice and slow. Key phrase 1. Could you recommend the best ShackBurger combo of the night? Could you recommend the best ShackBurger combo of the night? Beautiful. This is today's magic phrase. Use it with a friendly worker at Shake Shack, or any worker at any burger spot, diner, or food stand in the world. Instead of, "What's good?" or "What should I order?" you are asking for the best ShackBurger combo of the whole night. Suddenly that worker becomes your personal Shake Shack dinner guide. Key phrase 2. What's the best way to enjoy Shake Shack? What's the best way to enjoy Shake Shack? Lovely. Use this with any friendly worker at Shake Shack, asking about the best way to enjoy. Instead of just, "What do I do?" invites the worker to share the real story behind the warm yellow and gray storefront, the legendary warm dining counter, the warm juicy ShackBurger, and the long history of the legendary burger spot born in 2004 right here at Madison Square Park. Key phrase 3. Could you recommend the perfect side for the burger? Could you recommend the perfect side for the burger? Great. Use this at the warm dining counter of Shake Shack. A small open question turns a quiet worker into a whole evening of Shake Shack tips. The crispy crinkle-cut fries, the warm cheese fries, the creamy concrete on the side, the perfect moment that Midtown Manhattan locals love. Key phrase 4. Where do locals actually sit and eat? Where do locals actually sit and eat? Perfect. A super useful phrase at any packed burger spot in New York City. Asking where locals actually sit and eat. Instead of just, "Where can I sit?" Get you the warm wooden table in the corner of the patio, the warm bench facing Madison Square Park, the perfect spot for your Shake Shack dinner moment. Simple, friendly, and works at every burger spot in Manhattan and beyond. Key phrase 5. What's the best Shake Shack classic to try? What's the best Shake Shack classic to try? Wonderful. Use this with a friendly older worker near the back of the Shake Shack counter. The menu has layers. The warm juicy ShackBurger, the crispy crinkle-cut fries, the warm Shackmeister, the creamy concrete, the hand-spun milkshake. Asking this tiny question turns a friendly worker into your personal Shake Shack dinner planner. One small question, a whole evening of insider tips at Madison Square Park. These 5 phrases are gold for Shake Shack, and for any burger spot, diner, or food stand in the world. Now let us see Hannah use them at Shake Shack. Alright. Hannah has just stepped up to the warm yellow and gray storefront of the legendary Shake Shack at Madison Square Park in Midtown Manhattan, the warm sunset light wrapping around her instantly. The bright warm storefront glows softly around her. The warm yellow and gray sign shimmering softly above, the warm wooden tables glowing softly under the warm patio lights, the warm golden sunset light spilling softly across the green of Madison Square Park, the long line of tourists and locals winding softly toward the warm dining counter, the soft hum of footsteps drifting gently across the warm patio, the gentle hum of Midtown Manhattan drifting softly across the warm wooden tables. Right by the entrance to the warm dining counter stands David. A friendly Shake Shack worker in his late 30s with warm tan skin, short dark hair, kind eyes, And an easy welcoming smile, wearing a plain dark navy short-sleeved staff polo under a plain dark navy staff apron, his hands resting easily near a small staff podium, looking up with a warm patient smile as Hannah steps up to the storefront.
Hi. Sorry to bother you. Wow, this is my first time at Shake Shack. This place smells incredible.
Welcome to Shake Shack. You picked a great moment. The dinner rush is just starting, perfect evening at Madison Square Park. Is this your very first evening in midtown Manhattan?
Yes. I just walked down from the Empire State Building observation deck on 34th Street. What's the best way to enjoy Shake Shack?
Great question. Here at Shake Shack, the very first thing every visitor should do is step softly up to the warm dining counter, look up at the warm menu board glowing softly above, and just breathe. The warm yellow and gray storefront, the warm wooden tables, the warm golden sunset light spilling softly across Madison Square Park, the gentle hum of crispy crinkle-cut fries sizzling softly behind the counter. Take a slow breath. Look up at the warm menu board. Then step softly up to the counter when you're ready. The workers here know every classic of the whole menu.
Wow, the dining counter. And the warm yellow and gray storefront. Is this really the original 2004 Shake Shack?
You got it. The warm yellow and gray storefront of Shake Shack has welcomed visitors at Madison Square Park in midtown Manhattan since 2004. The warm wooden tables, the warm patio lights, the warm golden sunset light spilling softly across the green of the park. Locals have been lining up at this counter since 2004. Meet me at Shake Shack for a ShackBurger. That line means home to every midtown local. That's the heart of Shake Shack.
That sounds amazing. Should I step up to the counter next?
Absolutely. And one more tip. My buddy Marcus is working the warm dining counter this evening. 15 years working Shake Shack. Tell him David at the storefront sent you. He knows every combo on the menu since the early days. He'll find you the perfect ShackBurger combo of the night.
Wow, thank you so much, David. You just turned the Shake Shack storefront into my whole orientation.
That's what we do here. Welcome to Shake Shack. And welcome to Madison Square Park.
Wonderful, Hannah. Look at how she started. Hi. Sorry to bother you. Wow, this is my first time at Shake Shack. This place smells incredible. 3 tiny ideas, but they do so much work. Sorry to bother you plus first time plus a real compliment about Shake Shack. That's a magic combo at any burger spot in the world. David instantly wanted to help. Then the big one. What's the best way to enjoy Shake Shack? Notice. She did not say. What should I get? Or what's good? She asked specifically about the best way to enjoy Shake Shack. Those exact words turned David from a quiet storefront worker into her personal Shake Shack orientation guide. Also notice. Hannah asked a beautiful follow-up question. And the warm yellow and gray storefront. Is this really the original 2004 Shake Shack? That tiny question gave her the 2004 story, the meet me at Shake Shack for a ShackBurger tradition, the heart of the warm yellow and gray storefront, and a personal recommendation to find Marcus at the warm dining counter. 1 question is good. 2 questions turn a worker into a guide. Use these phrases anywhere. At a burger spot, at a diner, at a food stand, at Shake Shack in Midtown Manhattan, anywhere in the world. Politeness plus asking about the best way to enjoy with real curiosity equals friends and incredible local tips. Hannah walks softly from the warm yellow and gray storefront of Shake Shack through the warm patio to the legendary warm dining counter just inside, the warm sunset light wrapping around her as she steps softly up to the counter. The dining counter hums warmly with the soft sound of crinkle-cut fries sizzling, gentle midtown chatter, and the soft sweep of the warm evening breeze drifting gently across the patio. Just past the Shake Shack counter at Madison Square Park, the warm golden sunset light spreads softly across the green park, the warm cinematic midtown Manhattan atmosphere stretching softly in every direction, the gentle hum of Madison Square Park all around. At the warm dining counter, Marcus, a friendly veteran Shake Shack worker in his 50s with kind eyes, warm olive skin, dark hair lightly graying at the temples, and a calm welcoming smile, wearing a plain dark navy short-sleeved staff polo under a plain dark navy staff apron, stands with one hand resting easily on the warm wooden counter, the warm golden sunset light pouring softly across the counter behind him, looking up with a warm patient smile.
Hi. Sorry to interrupt. David at the storefront sent me up. He said you're the man for the best ShackBurger combo of the night.
Ah, David. Of course he did. He sends all the first-timers up to the counter. Welcome to Shake Shack at Madison Square Park. What can I do for you?
Marcus, could you recommend the best ShackBurger combo of the night?
Oh, with pleasure. Easy answer. The classic ShackBurger with crispy crinkle-cut fries and a creamy vanilla concrete on the side. The warm juicy ShackBurger. 2 soft potato buns, warm beef patty, melted cheese, fresh lettuce, ripe tomato, our signature Shack sauce. The crispy crinkle-cut fries golden and warm. The creamy vanilla concrete spun thick and smooth. That combo has been the heart of Shake Shack since 2004. That's the legendary ShackBurger combo of the night.
That sounds incredible. And could you recommend the perfect side for the burger?
Now that's the right question. For the side, go with the crispy crinkle-cut fries. Warm, golden, salted softly. Then. And this is the secret. Try them with our warm cheese fries on the side too. Not too plain. The warm melted cheese sauce is famous for a reason. Crisp fry first, then a gentle drizzle of warm cheese. There's a famous combo every Midtown local loves. ShackBurger, crinkle-cut fries, cheese fries, creamy concrete. Right here at Shake Shack counter. That's the perfect Midtown dinner moment.
That sounds magical. How long have you been working at Shake Shack?
15 years. Started right here at the counter when Shake Shack was still a tiny burger stand. Same legendary burger spot. Same warm yellow and gray storefront. Same warm golden glow across Madison Square Park. The faces at the counter change, but Shake Shack stays the same. That's why we love it at Madison Square Park.
Wow, Marcus, where do locals actually sit and eat?
Right at the warm wooden tables on the patio facing Madison Square Park. Sit softly at a warm bench, hold the warm ShackBurger softly, breathe in the warm golden sunset light, watch the warm cinematic Midtown Manhattan atmosphere stretching softly across the park. That's the Shake Shack way.
Thank you so much, Marcus.
Walk softly to the back corner of the patio. My buddy Henry is working the warm patio bench tonight. Older gentleman, very kind. Tell him Marcus sent you.
Amazing. Look at what just happened at the warm dining counter of Shake Shack at Madison Square Park in Midtown Manhattan. Hannah did not just get a burger. She got the whole story of the menu. The legendary ShackBurger combo, the perfect side of crispy crinkle-cut fries, the warm cheese fries, the creamy concrete, the 2004 tradition, the 15 years at the counter. And a personal introduction to Henry at the back of the patio. Why did the magic phrase work so well? Could you recommend the best ShackBurger combo of the night? Let us break it down. Could you recommend? Equals polite. Soft, open, friendly. Marcus relaxed instantly. The best ShackBurger combo. Equals specific. You are asking for the best ShackBurger combo, not just any burger. ShackBurger combo makes Marcus smile. You are not asking for the obvious things, you are asking like a real local. Of the night. Equals grounded. You are showing you trust Marcus's daily knowledge of every combo at Shake Shack. Also notice. Hannah mentioned. David at the storefront sent me up. That tiny phrase is golden at a packed burger spot. It tells Marcus. Hey, I'm already part of the Shake Shack family. Suddenly the whole counter is on your team. And the simple line. Where do locals actually sit and eat? Confident, soft, polite. A small open question is the gentlest way to invite a whole midtown Manhattan dinner ritual. Use these reactions everywhere in Manhattan and beyond. Hannah walks softly from the warm dining counter around to the back corner of the patio at Shake Shack at Madison Square Park, the warm golden sunset light softening as she moves around the legendary patio. The back corner glows softly with warm evening light, a small warm wooden bench tucked softly along the edge of the patio facing Madison Square Park, the gentle hum of midtown Manhattan drifting softly across the park. Right at the back corner of the patio, in a warm pocket of the bench facing the green park, stands Henry. A friendly older Shake Shack worker in his 60s with kind eyes, neatly combed silver hair, warm fair skin, and a wide easy smile, wearing a plain dark navy short-sleeved staff polo under a plain dark navy staff apron, gently resting one hand on the warm wooden bench, the warm sunset light glowing softly behind him, a few other midtown locals drifting softly past the warm corner.
Hi. Excuse me, sorry to interrupt. Marcus at the dining counter sent me over. This is my first evening at Shake Shack and he said you're the man for the late evening tips.
Marcus sent you? Then welcome to Shake Shack. 20 years working this patio at Madison Square Park in Midtown Manhattan, and a first-timer at the bench is still my favorite kind of guest. What can I do for you?
Henry. What's the best Shake Shack classic to try?
Beautiful question. Okay. Here's how locals enjoy an evening at Shake Shack. First, always the warm juicy ShackBurger with crispy crinkle-cut fries. The warm cinematic Midtown Manhattan dinner. Then, walk softly to the warm patio bench and try the warm Shackmeister burger as a second round. Then, for dessert, lean softly back on the warm wooden bench and order a creamy concrete with a hand-spun milkshake. That's a perfect Shake Shack evening.
That sounds magical, Henry. Is Shake Shack always this busy?
Pretty much. Shake Shack is the beating heart of Midtown Manhattan dining at Madison Square Park. Neighborhood regulars, tourists with cameras, office workers on their late evening break, families on the way home, locals who've been coming since 2004. And on a warm summer sunset, the line winds softly all the way around the warm yellow and gray storefront. That's why Shake Shack stays warm and busy all year long.
Wow. Where do locals actually sit and eat?
Most warm evenings, locals drift right to the warm wooden bench at the back corner of the patio facing Madison Square Park. Some hold the warm ShackBurger softly. Some lean against the warm wooden bench and sip a creamy concrete softly. Some just sit quietly and watch Midtown Manhattan drift softly across the green park. That warm corner is the warm living room of Shake Shack. The perfect spot just steps from the warm dining counter.
That's amazing. What's the best way to enjoy Shake Shack?
Great question. Sit softly. Hold the warm ShackBurger. Breathe in the warm sunset light. Watch the warm cinematic midtown Manhattan atmosphere stretching softly across Madison Square Park. Listen to the gentle hum of midtown Manhattan drifting softly across the patio. Don't rush. Don't take photos for 5 whole minutes. Just sit and eat. That's the Shake Shack way.
Wow, Henry. Thank you so much. You just made my whole evening at Shake Shack.
Sit softly, eat slowly, and come back to Shake Shack anytime. Every dinner at Madison Square Park is a different New York story.
Wonderful. Hannah just stepped up to one of the most iconic burger spots in all of New York City. Shake Shack at Madison Square Park in Midtown Manhattan, the legendary burger spot born in 2004. And used 5 tiny, polite phrases to find the best ShackBurger combo, the perfect side of crispy crinkle-cut fries, and a personal evening plan from Henry at the warm patio bench of the legendary burger spot. Notice. The biggest phrase of the day was, "Could you recommend the best ShackBurger combo of the night?" It worked perfectly with Marcus at the warm dining counter. The words, "the best ShackBurger combo of the night," are the secret. They work at any burger spot, any diner, any food stand, anywhere in the world. Politeness plus asking for the best ShackBurger combo of the night equals friendly workers turn into guides, friends, and personal dinner leaders. At Shake Shack, in Midtown Manhattan, in any city, in any country. Okay. Now it is quiz time. Quiz time. When Hannah stepped up to Shake Shack at Madison Square Park in Midtown Manhattan, she could have just said, "What should I order?" Or "What's good?" Instead, she used one little phrase that turned a packed burger line into her personal Shake Shack dinner tour and scored her the best ShackBurger combo of the night. The warm juicy ShackBurger, crispy crinkle-cut fries, a creamy vanilla concrete on the side. What was that magic phrase? A. What should I order? B. Could you recommend the best ShackBurger combo of the night? C. Is the burger any good? Write A, B, or C in the comments right now. I read every single comment and I will reply to let you know if you got it right. Amazing work today, everyone. Now you have 5 powerful phrases that will turn any burger spot and any friendly worker anywhere in the world into a smooth, warm, beautiful moment. Could you recommend the best ShackBurger combo of the night? What's the best way to enjoy Shake Shack? Could you recommend the perfect side for the burger? Where do locals actually sit and eat? What's the best Shake Shack classic to try? Remember, Shake Shack at Madison Square Park in Midtown Manhattan, the legendary burger spot born in 2004, has been the dining heart of Midtown since 2004. The warm yellow and gray storefront, the warm wooden tables, the legendary warm dining counter, the warm juicy ShackBurger, the crispy crinkle-cut fries, the creamy concretes, the long line of tourists and locals winding softly through the warm patio. With these 5 phrases, you don't just visit Shake Shack. You become part of the story of Midtown Manhattan. If this video helped you, please hit that like button and subscribe to Easy English with Emma. It seriously means the world to me. And next time, Hannah is going to walk softly down from Shake Shack at Madison Square Park in Midtown Manhattan to one of the most legendary green spaces in all of New York City. Madison Square Park itself. The world-famous 1847 historic park in Midtown Manhattan, beloved for its warm tree-lined paths, its warm green lawns, its warm fountain glowing softly under the warm sunset light, its warm wooden benches scattered softly across the park, and the warm cinematic Midtown Manhattan atmosphere that has made Madison Square Park one of the most iconic green spaces in all of New York City. Wait till you hear the one polite phrase Hannah uses with a friendly Madison Square Park ranger that turns a packed park path into her personal Madison Square Park evening tour and scores her the most beautiful warm bench in the whole park. Warm tree-lined paths, warm fountain glowing softly, warm wooden bench facing the warm sunset light. You will use this exact phrase the next time you want the best spot at any park, anywhere in the world. See you next time. Bye-bye.